大家好，歡迎收睇 Gameplay HK 阿俊，繼續 Starfield。上集我哋就救咗巴雷特翻嚟啦，咁而家就繼續遊戲啦。咁有網友話俾我知咧，其實喺流室呢度有個位我哋未入去嘅。嗱，呢邊就係入口樓梯，喺呢個位置開咗門之後咧，就可以去到流室嘅地底。咁就好多唔同嘅工作台可以用嘅，譬如呢個武器工作台啦。其實呢個喺出面嘅哨站都用過，不過有個問題就係咧，因為我而家嘅技能 level 唔夠高啊，就算有足夠嘅材料，我都整唔到啲附加嘅部件上去。呢邊咧，太空衣工作台，頭盔 module 未改好喎，彈道護盾又需要用化妝品，化妝品我都唔知邊度嚟嘅。咦，咪住，有嘢攞嘅喂！既然擺得喺度，就唔好客氣啦。醫療包括醫藥實驗室咧，就可以喺呢度整藥嘅。其實咧，我應該係要製造啲藥嚟解決我呢個咳嗽嘅問題。咦？可以整呢個喎，但係我冇薄膜咯。喂，薄膜點嚟㗎？以為可以喺呢度接受任務㗎喎，接受晒佢先。嗱，好啦，望一望而家我哋有啲乜嘢任務先。哇，其實超多啊！咁有網友就同我講話咧，呢個祈禱者任務係值得去做嘅。如果咁嘅話，不如我哋去做咗呢個先。起飛！
Lifting off now。
嗱，其實我自己都係中意咁樣有個過場去睇咧，有個代入感，就唔好下下都順。咁當然，如果大家唔中意嘅，我會 cut 咁啲啦，又或者你哋睇片嘅時候自己飛咁啲啦嚇。我哋目的地應該係呢度，去五帝座1號。喺未探索嘅路線，唔夠燃料。五帝座呢個地方，一嚟我係隻飛船冇咁多燃料俾我消耗啦，二嚟就係呢一度係未探索過、未去過。嗱，如果我哋逐個星系慢慢跳，究竟得唔得咧？我試一試先。
Jump complete. Normal propulsion restored.
已可以躍遷去下一個地點啦，我哋逐個嚟，咁即係應該真係 OK 嘅。
Switching over to standard engines.
Head of Paradiso Security. I apologize for coming over this emergency channel, but we are in need of assistance concerning the large ship in orbit, and we value discretion in this matter. If you are willing and able, please see me as soon as possible at the main security office in Paradiso.
喂，有隻嘢飛緊過嚟喎，呢嚿嘢會唔會撞散我隻船㗎？喂，突然間有個任務，第一次接觸，冇事冇事。我哋應該可以停靠呢隻飛船，不如停靠咗先啦。哇！但係30 level， 佢主動接觸我哋話要幫手，咁冇理由唔理佢啊！
We have a clean dock, right on the money.
同阿船長交談，希望唔好係啲咩陷阱嚟㗎啦。
Stay alert. Weapons at the ready.
喂，佢話準備好武器喎。望清楚先。
Now is the time for diplomacy.
Agreed. But we must be ready for anything. Now, eyes and ears sharp.
佢哋仲有提高幾惡，我哋唔攞武器應該冇事嘅。
You're human.
咁唔係咩啊？你話我係啲咩啊？
It's just that we weren't expecting to find life, let alone human life out here. We thought we were the only ones to leave Earth.
Welcome back to the rest of humanity. You're no longer alone.
Perhaps we should greet our guests.
Of course. Manners. I'm Captain Diana Brackenridge. This is Security Officer Bomani Reader. And this is Dr. Mabuti da Costa, one of our elders.
A pleasure to meet you.
咦，咪住，點解佢哋咁奇怪嘅？我哋照計應該所有人類都已經係可以探索其他星系㗎啦，但係佢覺得自己呢個星系好似冇人嚟過咁嘅喎。我哋問一問，究竟呢隻係咩飛船？
You've come aboard the Earth colony ship Constant. Generations ago, we set forth from the planet Earth with the mission of colonizing a new habitable world in the spirit of our ancestors nearly a millennium ago.
但係點解你哋好似乜都唔知咁嘅？咦，唔係喎，幾代之前，但其實呢度啲人係因為幾代之前飛走咗啦，隻飛船又好舊，佢哋繼續喺呢個飛船上面繁衍，所以根本就唔知外界發生咗啲咩事咧。你好，我係阿俊啊。
I see. As you may have presumed, we're in a bit of a bind. Our ship has finally completed its near 200-year journey from Earth, only to find our new home seemingly colonized by, well, we don't know. Communications haven't been successful, so your arrival is fortuitous. Perhaps you'd be willing to act as a middle person between ourselves and the others.
嗱，其實我都好想了解多啲嘅，但可唔可以我哋唔好隔住隻氣閘傾偈咧？我未入嚟嘅喎。
Oh yes, of course. Where are my manners? Now then, please follow me. There's much to discuss first. We'll speak more on the matter once we reach the bridge. Dr. da Costa, you may return to your quarters if you wish.
Thank you, Captain.
I will follow you to the bridge, ma'am, for security purposes.
I do not believe we have
Now
need
that
to
we
fear
know
our
what's out
deaths,
there,
but I'll allow
things are
it
going to be
to
more
persist.
interesting from here on out.
呢度啲嘢我哋係唔執
Welcome
得，
to the Earth
佢會當我偷
colony
嘢。
ship Constant. In the early 2100s, my ancestor, Rupert Brackenridge, researched a number of scientific scenarios: climate change, asteroid impact, nuclear war, global pandemic, and more. Each scenario showed the likelihood of an extinction-level event to be within 50 years. He fully believed Earth was destined to be rendered uninhabitable. We've always assumed that's what happened. So, he gathered the best and brightest he could find, built the Constant, and set a course for this planet here. We were told that it was the largest, most advanced ship ever constructed on Earth at the time. If you can believe, entire generations have been born, lived, and died on this ship. It really goes to show that there are no limits to human ingenuity and perseverance.
咪真係好似 Fallout 4啲避難所咁樣啊！同埋咧，我諗我真係要 set 掣，因為我碌過下咧冇一個慢慢行嘅掣嘅喎。咁唔通我真係要插手掣先至得？
Here, but they're strict for a reason.
咁算啦，下一集開 game 之前我插定手掣。
The Constant is a peaceful ship. Don't change that.
It's like we're walking in a time
Here we
capsule
are.
here. I cannot imagine how hard this was to maintain.
No matter the outcome, I won't let my crew down.
我哋問下佢究竟做咗幾耐船長？
I think I'm coming up on 6 years now. I was only a teenager when my father died, passing command of the ship to me, as is tradition. Because of that, I've had to sort of learn as I go along instead of taking years of study and apprenticeship under the prior captain. I think some people on the ship resent me for not having the level of experience as my predecessors. But at the same time, without my command, we likely wouldn't have made it here so quickly.
咁即係話呢度嘅船長係世襲制嘅咯喎，我哋問下究竟佢需要啲咩幫助啊？
Well, as I mentioned, we've been unsuccessful in communications with anyone up until you arrived, though not for lack of trying. But since you're asking, maybe you'd be willing to be a sort of diplomat between us and them as we attempt to resolve our situation. Does that sound agreeable to you?
其實我又唔明啦，其實會唔會係通訊系統出咗問題咧？如果唔係嘅話，有乜理由你聯絡唔到人嘅啫？係咪？
We suspect that our equipment is woefully obsolete compared to whatever you all have now. In all honesty, we never expected to need to communicate with anyone, so our comms aren't particularly robust. That limits our options. We even attempted communicating with lights and sounds, something we saw in an old movie, but I don't believe they picked up on it. If anything, it may have inadvertently alarmed them.
喂，唔通你喺個太空度用支大光燈射人哋咩？人哋以為你想攻擊佢咋？咁同埋對我哋有咩好處咧？
I wish I could say that the satisfaction of helping others in need is sufficient, but I'm not getting that impression from you. I'm sure we can pull together some resources equivalent to whatever currency you use these days. We'll do what we can to make it worthwhile. And until then, you're free to make use of whatever facilities you need on our ship.
咁好，咁我應該點幫你啊？
We know there's a settlement on the planet below, meaning people were here before us. You see, we intended to settle here, but we assumed that they intend to defend their claim given their presence here. We'd like you to go speak to them on our behalf and help us negotiate a solution, preferably one that favors us.
不如你揾個其他星球，其實我哋知道有好多嘅喎。
Based on the data our ancestors had when they launched this endeavor, it was determined that this was the perfect planet for us. Even if we had another viable candidate planet, we lack the resources to get there. And as you know, it took us 200 years to get here. Our people have no desire to go back to drifting the stars so their children's children can possibly settle on an inferior planet.
咁你都冇錯嘅，但係如果你擁有呢個星球嘅所有權，其他人點可以喺呢度定居？我諗意思即係話呢，嗰度已經有原居民啦，你想定居就唔係咁易嘅，因為你移民過去㗎嘛，你冇能力或者你冇貢獻嘅話，人哋點會俾你移民啫？係咪啊？
When we left Earth, there were no claims to planets this far out into space. We had assumed that we were the only ones attempting a generational journey such as this, meaning that there would be no need for a formal claims process. Regardless, my ancestor, Rupert Brackenridge, did manage to file a charter for this planet's first colony to be named New Jamestown. According to his records, no one took it seriously when he filed it, so likely it was either ignored or the records were lost to the ages. Given humanity's lack of interest in colonizing the far reaches of space at the time, it shouldn't have been a problem. But again, here we are now.
其實我覺得喺呢隻 game 裏面，人類唔係話對外星殖民冇興趣，而係地球因為死亡咗，你冇得唔走嘅啫。咁呢，我就簡單一個先睇下究竟佢哋有啲乜嘢要求。
Excellent. Make no mistake, this is our planet, and we intend for them to see this our way. So, speak with their leadership and see if you can negotiate a solution on our behalf. Preferably, get them to see things our way. Report back to me and let me know what they say, and we'll go from there.
喂，咪住，嗰度有人住咗嘅咯喎，乜嘢叫你哋嘅星球啊？好明顯佢哋唔會咁做㗎啦。
I'm serious. We have a rightful claim to this land, and I intend to fight for it. But as you're currently our only hope, perhaps you'll honor my request and give it your all, for the sake of some very weary travelers who have come a very long way to be here. Thank you.
喂，咁傾唔埋欄㗎喎。我哋嘅着陸點就係呢一度啊，天堂樂園。
Beginning landing cycle.
我想問，佢個建築物係咪同 disco 有啲關係啊？天堂樂園喎，同埋點解冇人守住嘅呢度？我哋要揾嘅人啊，保安官喺呢度。
Don't worry about us. We're just here to keep the peace.
喂，你好啊，保安官。
Welcome to Paradiso. Jiro Tsukiyama at your service. Do you have a security concern, or is there something else I can help you with?
我想問你有冇隸屬於邊一個組織嘅呢？
Neither. We're our own private force. The Paradiso group pays top dollar for top-notch security. And I dare say we're some of the best in the business. We have to be out here on the fringes of the settled systems.
咁即係話呢個星球其實對佢嚟講，只不過係一個基地嚟嘅啫。你哋通常會遇到啲咩麻煩㗎？
Honestly, it's not as exciting as you might think most of the time. More often than not, we're just handling drunk and disorderly conduct. Heck, even pirates leave us alone for the most part. I think it's because some of them actually vacation here. As long as they're not bothering anyone, we've been told not to worry about them.
但我想講呢，應該就係有啲麻煩會揾到你哋喎。
Something I can help you with?
嗱，其實呢，我哋就係收到求救信號先嚟嘅。
Ah, yes. Let's get right to it then. As you can imagine, we've got a predicament on our hands. Under normal circumstances, we would not enlist outside help in this manner. But this is a matter we can't afford to worry our guests about. As such, we need to handle this discreetly. Failure on your part to do so could have severe consequences. So, before we proceed, can you swear not to discuss this with anyone else unless explicitly directed to do so?
唔係喎，好難保密嘅喎，而家咁多觀眾睇緊嚇。不過我諗你都唔會知啊，你講啦。
Great, I appreciate it. Not too long ago, a strange and enormous ship appeared in Parima space. It is now locked in orbit around our planet. So far, it doesn't seem to be hostile, but any attempts to communicate with it have been in vain, so we're unsure of the ship's intentions.
其實就咁嘅，佢哋係200年前飛嚟地球嘅殖民飛船嚟嘅，咁就話想我幫佢哋傳話喎。
I see. Well, if you're speaking on their behalf, I'll refer you right along to the chairman of the Paradiso Group's board, Oliver Campbell. All formal decisions will go through him, not me. I'll let him know you're on your way.
嚇，既然係咁，唔該晒你，咁我過去啦。嗱，我哋要揾嘅人就喺呢棟建築物裏面。
I hope you brought your
佢話係度假村，但係我又唔覺有啲咩好特別嘅設施喺度嘅，喂。
Welcome to Paradiso.
You'd think we'd be a prime target for pirates, but they know to stay away for the most part.
It's like we just entered a brochure. I bet they'll bill us for walking through the door.
唔緊要，我哋嚟做嘢，唔係嚟度假嘅。
Excuse me, you can't just waltz in there. Do you have an appointment?
嚇，預約咩嚟㗎？頭先唔係應該有人幫我哋傳話嘅咩？我嚟解決問題嘅喎。
Oh, you're the one they're waiting for then. Do you need anything else from me before you meet with the board?
唔使啦，你開門俾我啊，不如？咦，咪住先，我哋可以問下究竟隻飛船出現嘅時候，其他人有咩反應
？People were a little freaked out around here, understandably. It looks so different and it's so massive. We honestly thought we were under attack by an unknown entity. But then, nothing happened. It just stayed there. No one could communicate with it. And we've been very careful not to alert the resort guests. The board believed it would be bad for business.
嗱，咁即係話呢邊咧係想做生意嘅啫。談判前，如果我哋可以了解下董事會成員嘅嘢，可能會係好啲嘅。
What I could tell you would get me in a lot of trouble. Most of them are typical C-level execs. I doubt you even need to use your imagination for that. The ones that show up to work day to day, at least. I swear, I've never even met some of them, because they chill at their own private, secluded beach homes all the time. Anyway, be smart around Oliver. He's got a way of getting what he wants without you realizing it. And that's all I'll say.
咁即係話一陣我哋對答嘅時候要小心啲啦。好啦，唔該晒你。
Sure. Have fun in the Shark Tank. And don't worry, even they call it that.
咩話？咁即係話入咗去隨時俾人食人掠骨㗎喎。
Nice day, huh?
I just feel that we should be focusing on the natural beauty of this planet, not our amenities.
There are millions of planets out there. People can go to any one of them. The resort facilities are precisely what we bring to the table. Heck, it's the only thing we've really got to offer.
I don't want to risk us coming off as just another artificial, shady, trash-filled dump like Neon. That's not who we are. We've got something special here. We should embrace that.
Blom's right.
Thank you.
We don't want to compete with Neon. Bayou's ruthless. He'll do anything he can to eliminate the competition. We don't need that kind of trouble. That being said, I think there's a middle ground. Maybe build up the beachfront at a boardwalk amusement park. I've had this idea to build artificial hot springs, that sort of thing.
哇，仲有溫泉咁正
Sounds good. I'll look into what that will cost us and we can circle back around to this. I don't really get paid to chat with guests.
哇，我想聽下你講嘢啫。嗱，好啦，
If it's not important, bring it up with Kiwi.
同埋咧，董事會得3個，我頭先聽到話仲有其他人喎，啲人去咗邊
No, of course not. There's several more. We're just the ones who show up day to day. The others spend their time lazing on the beach or gallivanting off-world. Doesn't bother me, though. Less cooks in the kitchen means I get to make all the big decisions around here. Seems to be working out for us just fine.
哦，咁即係話其他人有錢賺就 OK 㗎啦，係嘛？咁同埋問多少少嘢先，即係話呢個度假村係唔歸定居星核群管啊，即係話唔屬於佢哋咁話咯。
Not quite. We just don't answer to the Freestar Collective or the United Colonies. Makes things easier. We don't pay any taxes, we don't need to follow their laws. All the benefits, none of the drawbacks. And no one minds because half the politicians and other big shots love vacationing here. Works for everyone.
咁即係話有好多有勢力嘅人中意嚟呢度度假，所以先冇人搞你哋啫。我哋八多少少天堂樂園嘅嘢先。
We, the Paradiso Group, bought the rights to this planet years ago with the intent of turning it into the biggest and best resort in the universe. To that end, I'd say we've succeeded. As such, no other leisure enterprises may operate on the planet without renting land from us. But as you can see, none can afford such a deal.
咦，咁即係話上面嗰班人如果俾得起錢就可以喺度住嘅咯，照計。嗱，好啦，我哋講翻啲正經嘢啦。
I am. And you must be the diplomat Jiro told me about. Welcome, welcome. Normally I'd offer you an all-inclusive stay at our resort before we spoke. But given the circumstances, I'm going to cut to the chase. We've got our friends, the aliens, up there causing all sorts of problems for our resort. You like that? The marketing team came up with it. The thought is, if we can't get rid of them, it might actually attract more tourism. Come see the aliens!
喂，其實嗰艘船係咪真係咁影響到佢哋，所以佢先咁急住要解決個問題呢？
We run a premier resort getaway here. We can't have our guests concocting stories about some budgy old ship hanging around up there. As it is, we've had to reroute our luxury liners round the other side of the planet on entry so no one sees it. It's bad for business. We need to nip this in the bud and take care of it before the tourists catch on and cause a scene.
嗱，我係你呢，我就會俾佢哋落嚟呢度住。跟住佢哋將艘船交俾你哋，改造成為其中一個度假嘅區域。你諗下，活生生200年前嘅一個設施喎，係咪好值得去俾人參觀下呢？
Ah, we're being direct then. Good on you. So, what do you know about this dodgy ship I'm hearing all about?
嗱，3個選項，第一個選項就咁照講嘅啫。第二個我覺得唔應該去選擇嘅，因為咁嘅話就會損害咗佢哋嘅利益噶嘛。為咗互相利用嘅關係，我會揀第3個咯。咦，第4個唔好揀。
Bonza, that means we got them right where we want them. Now, tell me, what are we going to do about it? Give me some proposals, people. I need something to work with here.
We could offer to resettle them here. There's more than enough space.
They could stay here, temporarily, but it'll cost them. Quite a bit, too. They'd need to work off all their debts before being allowed to leave.
Maybe not. What if we help them get out of here? Outfit their ship with a grab drive so they can find a new home. We could even lend our engineers to help and give their captain an updated star map. What do you think?
Sounds costly. We can't absorb that cost, and it's unlikely they even have compatible currency, let alone enough for the transaction. Someone else would have to foot the bill.
Oh, I swear this would be a lot easier if they ceased to exist entirely. Anyway, Seema's got the right idea. Either works for me. Just tell me what you want to do.
第一個佢哋可以留低，但係就要變成奴隸。第二個就係我哋出錢買重力推進器。徹底消失就唔會啦，因為其實我唔想無啦啦殺咗啲無辜嘅人啊嘛。如果要揾其他執法單位嘅話呢，我覺得又係唔可行嘅，因為呢度根本就冇網管。咁最好嘅方法就係佢哋喺星球另一邊定居，咪唔影響到你哋咯。
We own this planet, they don't. Here at Paradiso, we don't like leaving things to chance. Who knows what these people will do with their land? Imagine the landscaping disasters they may come up with, and how that might mar the satellite imagery of the planet in our brochures. No, much better to assimilate them into our culture if they come here to live, rather than leave it to chance.
嗱，商業角度嚟講，其實佢哋冇錯，因為佢哋佔領咗呢個星球先㗎嘛。
And that's within your right. But as the CEO of Paradiso Group, I'm the one who has to make and approve decisions around here, not you. So, as much as I appreciate your feedback, it's not in the best interest of the Paradiso Group to take it into account.
咁唔通我真係要俾錢買幾錢啊個重力推進器？
It's not our responsibility to bear the brunt of that cost. We're being more than generous by offering the use of our engineering team to help install it. A custom grav drive can't come cheap, and I assume they have neither the monetary means nor the connections to get a hold of that kind of technology. That leaves the only other party in this negotiation. You.
佢仲要話唔平喎，咁嗰邊嘅物件究竟係咪真係咁值錢，值得我哋幫佢做得咁徹底呢？喂，定係佢哋做奴隸啊？
Well, I didn't say that specifically. This would be a mutual contract for room and board in exchange for services rendered. Of course, there's no telling how long this arrangement will last, given the substantial costs we'd need to take on in order to accommodate them here, including their continued room and board. But this may save the resort on operating costs in the long term, as we'd be able to let go of some of our current paid staff.
喂，咁又唔得喎！我幫你揾到班奴隸出嚟，你又炒咗而家出緊糧嘅人，咁即係話唯一方法就係我哋俾錢嘅啫。
And you've made your
咦？如果我重新再講嘢嘅話，其實可以問多少少嘢嘅喎。嗱，不如咁啦，我哋問下佢意見，有啲乜嘢方法會令到嗰隻船肯掉頭離開呢？
I have no idea, because I'm not suggesting anything of the sort. But it's a wonder that old ship made it all the way here in such a relatively short time. Must have really been pushing themselves. An engineer friend of mine told me once that the reactors on those old ships have a tendency to self-destruct if they overload. Of course, their engineers must have taken great care not to push it too far. Someone would likely have to override the safety systems in the reactor computer. But who would do such a thing?
You better be asking for your next magic show and not for any stupid reasons.
喂，乜嘢討厭啫？佢自己講啊，關我咩事啊？你睇佢個樣笑得幾鬼奸，我唔會做啲咁衰格嘅嘢咯。喂，咁如果傾掂數之後，佢話個星球所有權都係歸翻俾你哋，唔係喎，我覺得咁唔合理啊！都話呢班人原本已經佔領咗個星球先啦，係嘛？不過都照問下啦。
They'd be hard-pressed to defend their claim in any courts. Our charter goes back years. It was registered with both the UC and Freestar Collective, per the Centaurus Proclamation. We may be outside the settled systems, but that charter's official as can be. I'm sorry, but you're going to need to be the one to break the news to them that they need to make a compromise or leave.
咁即係冇得揀啦，我一定係要買重力推進器嘅喎。
Ah, good on you. You want to see a man named Benny St. James over at Hope Tech. He's the best in the business. If anyone can retrofit a 200-year-old ship with a modern grav drive, it'd be him. We'll coordinate our engineering team with his when you return, though you may have to help the Constance engineers prepare for it on their end. Good luck.
There are so many hospitable planets out there. More than enough for everybody. And the best part is, nobody has to die or become indebted or anything. An elegant solution.
Right. On behalf of the Paradiso Group, we appreciate your help.
阿巴雷特，你有冇諗過嗰筆錢係邊個交出嚟嘅呢？你俾啊！為咗揾幫手，我哋又要去另一粒星啊！
Navigational feedback checks out. We're in the right place. Landing struts primed, retros firing.
Selling the ship? Getting a new one? Well, this is the place to do it, I guess.
咩話呢度可以買船㗎？但係唔好住，做啲正經嘢先，我哋要揾個技師。
I don't want to hear any complaints.
我要揾嘅應該就係呢位伯伯啦。
We could save valuable weight if we got rid of the pilot seat. Maybe an ottoman?
我哋係想揾你幫手嘅。
Sure, that sounds like me. What can I do for you? I'm a little busy, but I think I could spare some time.
有隻200年前嘅古董，想揾你裝個重力推進器啊！
Oh, you should have just said that. Of course I can help you. Oliver sent a courier ahead of you. I did some research on ships from that era, and I have a decent idea what we're dealing with. So grav drives didn't really take off until after the ship was built. But I've got access to an ancient grav drive that looks like it could be compatible. With some minor adjustments. It's in good shape, too. Parts not cheap, though. Neither is the labor. Just pay the combined cost of parts and labor, and it's yours.
又會咁巧，你又咁啱有嘅？但係諗下，收我4萬蚊。等等先。
Wait, we still have business to discuss.
一陣先，我唔想同你講嘢住。望一望先，我有幾多錢啊？究竟？我得58000啫喎，你收我4萬蚊。我決定先食呢一個，增加20% 嘅說服成功率。好 ，save 咗先，我哋再傾下。
Hello, I'm not used to. Ah, right.
嘗試下說服佢。
It's a pretty big ask, given how rare these old grad drives are.
你都識咁講啦，講真啦，嗰件嘢如果冇人要嘅話，邊個幫你買啊？係咪啊
？True. I keep telling myself I'm holding on to it for the right time. Perhaps this is that right time.
嗱，你都咁樣講啦，係一個適合嘅時間點咯喎。咁所以我哋應該有方法妥協嘅。
I hear you.
咁你明白我嘅觀點就非常之好啦。
Maybe we can work something out. Tell you what. Sounds like this is for a good cause. While I can't give you the part for free, I won't charge you for the work.
哇，人工都萬幾蚊㗎，但我覺得就算同佢講信用幣唔夠，佢都唔會再平俾我㗎啦。25000就25000啦。
You're darn right it is. I'll get to work on it right away. I recommend you go back to the ship and ask the captain to prepare for its retrofit. Standard stuff. I'm sure they have an engineer on board to help. We'll send the part along when it's ready and install it with the help of Oliver's people. Pleasure working with you.
哇，2萬幾蚊咁多，希望最後我哋嘅酬勞係真係值翻2萬幾㗎啦。
If the other colonists knew how many times the constant almost came apart at the seams, whew, well, thankfully I never let it.
哦，你大鑊啦，俾我聽到。
I was hoping to talk to our visitor from outer space, and here you are. Welcome, welcome. I have a million burning questions, but I won't overwhelm you. There will be plenty of time for that later. Please, indulge me just a couple. How did you do it? Did humanity finally discover faster than light travel and eclipse our poor old ship?
你哋隻船好快就會有㗎啦，呢一種叫做重力推進器嘅技術啊。
I knew it. It's incredible. I read about this technology in our archives from Earth, but it was only theoretical back then. Amazing! I'll have to learn more. Oh, I've got so many questions, but I'm being rude. I haven't even given you my name. Chief Engineer Kazemi, but you can call me Amin. And I might add, I'm one of the reasons we're still floating out here today.
我想講咧，其實你可唔可以擰翻塊面過嚟先咧
？Welcome back.
轉一轉位舒服好多，起碼個視覺唔使搖嚟搖去。我覺得咧，你唔應該問我咁多問題，做咗嘢先，唔該。
You're right. I'm sorry. I just hope you understand how exciting it is to make contact with someone from out there. Perhaps there will be time for questions later when you have more time.
你遲啲大把機會去同人傾偈啊！咦，但我哋可以問下有冇啲傳奇維修故事，睇下隻船有冇啲咩隱藏嘅暗病先。
Many years ago, when I was a junior engineer, the reactor's computer burned out. The computer that controls the reactor's various regulators. I'll spare you the details, but when that happens, the ship and everyone on it is in danger of turning into a mess of hot slag. I had to jury-rig parts from old media devices to prevent a meltdown. And that's how I became the boss around here.
喂，咁如果裝咗重力推進器，你隻船會唔會反而爆炸㗎？但係都要裝㗎啦，錢我又俾咗，係咪啊
？What grab drive? Just joking with you. The Paradiso engineers filled me in. Okay, let's see what we need to do. All right. This will be fun. And hopefully there will be no explosions in the process. I have just received word that the drive is here. Ready to get to work?
咩先？你頭先講乜嘢爆炸先？呢樣嘢係完全唔好笑，可唔可以等我走咗先啊？
Oh, don't worry about that. Just a little engineering humor. We've kept this ship going with minimal incidents this long. I'm not about to let anything happen to it now. But, to be clear, What we're doing is very dangerous, and we should be prepared for anything.
咁你有冇啲咩要我幫手啊？
Yes, of course I need your help. My team needs to stay on top of their daily maintenance, and I need to make my own preparations for this gravity drive you brought us. Your help is going to be vital to this procedure. And have no worries, it'll be easy. I'll guide you through the process.
咁好啦，我準備好啦。
Great, great, great! There are 3 preparations I need you to help me make while I set things up on my end. First thing I need you to do is reroute the power from the port turbo pump to the auxiliary cryogenic radiator. Then, turn the plasma runoff inhibitor function to 5%. Last, you'll need to decouple the magnetic flange pipe enclosures from the auxiliary module assembly. Got it? Let's hop to it!
希望我唔會做錯啦同埋咧，我想講呢條好乞人憎，佢講嘢搖嚟搖去，個畫面又搖嚟搖去，搖到我都爭啲暈啊！真係，唉。我哋要訪問邊個系統啊？工程。電漿抑制器係5% 啦嘛。OK， 設定好啦。哇死啦！我可唔可以睇多次我個任務啊？嗰我哋可以睇到嘅，電漿流量抑制器係5%， 左渦輪嘅電力轉移咧就去輔助低溫，磁性法蘭管道外殼就要同輔助 module 分離。哇！呢啲如果撳錯嘅話，可能真係會爆炸㗎喎。到呢個。我揾到啦！原來係要碌落少少，將左邊嘅渦輪泵送佢過去輔助嘅低溫散熱器。OK。咁就仲爭一個呢個。我哋要將磁性法蘭管道外殼，跟住係要分離嘅，要同輔助模組組件。喂，但係呢個叫總成喎，冇組件嘅喎，揀總成啦咁樣。OK， 搞掂，跟住就係要揾船長。喂，船長你喺度瞓覺，你同我起身啦喂。
Now that you're here, I can finally give my crew a chance at a new life.
嗱，我就錢就俾咗㗎啦，我想問有咩獎勵咧
Well, it would appear we have the means to go nearly anywhere now, thanks to you. The engineers even upgraded our communications equipment so we can speak with passing ships. Turns out it was a pretty easy fix. Thank you again for all you've done.
咁，喂，不如問下究竟佢哋打算去邊先
We don't yet know, but we did receive a star map from the Paradiso engineers. I suppose we'll just chart a course for other suitable habitable worlds until we find one that matches the quality of Paradiso. Purima 2 here.
非常好啊，要講酬勞㗎啦喎。
Payment. I hope that's not all you care about. It's not enough to help a ship full of poor colonists searching for a new home, I suppose. Still, you did help us. We don't have much to spare, but I'm sure we can find some way of repaying you.
喂，25,000啊！你俾咗啲咩我啊？有一升 level， 有球棒、古董。佢仲要即刻走去瞓覺添。嗱，我哋望一望有咩新嘢。有支係白面版嘅手槍。不過攻擊力其實唔低嘅，價值1萬幾蚊。但係如果我哋賣出去，係得10% 嘅價錢㗎咋。曲棍球、棒球、籃球、足球，呢隻係咩嚟㗎？豬仔錢罌啊！喂，可唔可以打爛佢啊？裏面有冇錢㗎？同埋一個重力推進器改造指南，你俾我呢啲嘢真係值咁多？2萬幾蚊喎，揾得好辛苦㗎喎。
Careful waving。
咁同埋呢個第一次接觸已經完成咗㗎啦。 不過我諗任務應該係會仲有後續嘅，遲啲可能會唔知喺邊個星球上面撞翻佢哋都唔定。咁好啦，做翻啲正經嘢，因為而家咧我係要去5帝座嘅秘密哨站㗎。我哋只要約簽多一次就可以去到㗎啦。哇！呢度又係咁多隕石嘅喂，喂，咪住，有唔妥，引擎俾少啲先，俾一格先，跟住咧有人出現30 level 啊！我要兜路，如果俾佢哋發現就大鑊啦，一定係唔夠打嘅。我要微速前進，慢慢潛行過去，降落。終於可以打開地圖啦！掃描咗先。哇，有元素，不過我哋目的地唔係嗰度，我哋嘅目的地係秘密哨站，着陸。哇，好彩避開咗啲敵人啫，30 level 點同佢哋打？
Ready when you are.
This here is our find, so you can get the hell out or we'll kill you. The lair of the Mantis is ours. 5, 4, you get the hell out of the hell.
搞掂啦
Guess we made a bad impression.
你喺邊啊？我可唔可以再 zoom 近啲啊？唔得喎。KO reload 先，應該仲有一件嘅喺邊咧？搞掂，有冇咩正嘢啊？呢個好渣嘅啫喎，唔要啦。呢個咧有把戰刀，執咗佢先，可能都值錢嘅。咦，我頭先見到有啲咩啊？50口徑，呢個要執。有冇氣箱啊？望望先，冇敵人咯喎，我哋沿住呢條路過去就係啦。咦，佢發現咗我啊！哎呀！你唔好遮張，哇！太空人渣啊喂！30 level， 但係30 level 咁易死嘅喂，唔好喐啦！嗰邊仲有人嘅，哇！我諗同佢埋身打嘅話，真係會死硬嘅喎。2槍搞掂，呢邊仲有一件嘅喺邊咧？
Sorry, I don't think so. Oh yes, I know how this ends.
佢走咗去邊啦喂？佢唔夠打走佬啊喂！走佬我唔理佢啦，等佢翻嚟先算啦。
Well, they don't need it now. Gone.
呢個30 level 都係得啲咁嘅氣生，搞錯啊！佢有冇標錯個 level 啊？其實要進入祈禱者巢穴啦，但係就咁睇人影都冇個喎。紅色漫遊者應該就冇乜特別嘅。咦？我哋要了解更多有關祈禱者巢穴嘅資訊。有人講嘢。 祈禱者幹掉咗2個人，不過佢就已經死咗。究竟裏面會有啲咩呢？講完啦，呢個係利昂巢穴降臨啊！
I mean, the mantis is a fairy tale. Someone to keep pirates from going off the deep end. I guess it's possible. She never talked about where she got her fortune. And man, she could handle herself anywhere. It's a lot to take in.
哇，好似好多人喎！做咩啫咁衝過嚟？巢穴數據黃金礦井，哇，剩500幾蚊。話先，咦，我見到突個頭出嚟啊嗱！我諗佢應該未死。開返燈先。好似就冇乜特別嘢執啦，係嘛？自動化消息。
Almost there. I know. Things have been difficult. The mantle of the mantis is a heavy burden, but you can do so much good. The spacers and pirates need someone to fear, someone to check them. To make them realize some lines cannot be crossed. You have it in you, Leon. I know you do. Stay sharp, focused, just a little further.
個信息係留俾叫利昂嘅人㗎喎。頭先我哋就攞到呢個利昂寫嘅嘢，咁即係話呢個姓沃克萊恩嘅人就係嗰個暴君。好，睇埋呢個咩嚟嘅？
So met with a lawyer and was prepared to party. Hard. The video will was emotional. Mom and I stopped talking years ago. Mom didn't look good. But it was Mom. As weird, crazy, and cryptic as ever. I'm almost surprised she remembered she even had a son. It was hard to hear. Almost touching.
No
inheritance until I go to Mom's secret base on Denabolo 1B. And she ends not with an I love you or an I'm proud of you. No. Sic semper tyrannis. My God. Always with that stupid Latin saying. Over and over she'd say that damn thing. Thanks, Mom. Thanks oh so much.
咦，佢阿媽臨死前就係留咗句嘢俾佢，佢又唔明點解，咁應該有啲特別嘢嘅喎。啱啱揾到嘅戰利品係呢件，但係好似冇乜用咯，我覺得。同埋咧有個夾萬，開埋佢先。搞掂。扯都啲彈藥咋？哇！啲人死得咁慘嘅喂，應該就冇文件睇啦。開門。唔好咁快起身住啊！你後邊有啲嘢喎，好危險嘅喎。
Well, they don't need it now.
咦？咪住先，極端高溫烈焰，我係咪唔會着咗火啊？呢度好似應該就冇文件啦，係嘛？係啊，得啲螺絲批。 喂 ，Granny， 掉多個俾你哋。誒，佢走喎。哇！但係前面好多人啊。咦？數據版利昂嘅屍體，等等先，咩嚟㗎？揾到咗利昂嘅屍體，利昂死咗，睇嚟有個陷阱解決咗佢。一群人為咗佢嘅屍體大打出手，直至到鋼鐵大夫嚟到將啲人趕走咗。不過就攞到佢嘅信用棒，算係意外收穫。咁如果祈禱者連自己個仔都否決咗，佢哋要做啲咩好咧？繼承人嚟嘅喎。咪住 ，Granny， 我唔死喂，跌咗支槍咯喎，想罩喎，邊有咁？呢邊咧？哇，30 level 啦，送俾你。搞掂一件，又有一件，匿埋呢度係冇用嘅，仲有呢個 reload 先。我見到一個喺呢度啊！你隻腳突咗出嚟啦，傻仔！出嚟一笨，搞掂，唔 save load 啦。執翻啲嘢先。哇！原來我隔離頭先有啲咁嘅嘢喎，真係危險。呢邊咧，睇埋呢邊先啦。哦，我哋可以兜呢邊過去嘅。呢度應該冇嘢攞。哇！啲 grenade 堅好用，一掟落嚟死幾件。
Organized, not really a group in any way I can fathom. Chaotic, really.
有啲好嘢啱啱見到，佢哋喺呢度瞓覺㗎。不過可惜啊，俾我哋攻落嚟，咁就 KO 咗啦。剃刀就係呢槍，哇！攻擊力好高喎，手槍嚟嘅。槍械造成嘅猛擊有雙倍傷害，有鬼用咩？攞嚟賣都 OK 嘅。揭開祈禱者嘅面紗。
Moms of Mantis? No way. I mean, the Mantis is a fairy tale. Someone to keep pirates from going off the deep end. I guess it's possible. She never talked about where she got her fortune. And man, she could handle herself anywhere. It's a lot to take in.
執法者2000幾蚊唔執啦，呢啲都係啲渣嘢嚟嘅。但係就揾到份太空通訊，咦？仲有1、2。
Listen up, scumbags. The assholes are on the move, and we've got to be ready. No, not the UC, not the Freestar Collective. The ones that matter. Pirates, mercs, and those religious nut jobs. We always knew there were some places left over from the Colony War. Bases, labs, stuff like that. But now it's come out that there are even more.
In a way,
a lot more.
Spacers are
Spread
testing the
all
limits
over
of
the
human
settled
physiology. That's
Looks like
not
the Big
nothing.
Two didn't play by their own rules when they were playing war. Now it's a friggin' feeding frenzy. Everyone trying to find them, trying to use them. So why shouldn't we? We have just as much right as they do.
哇！我見到有個30幾 level 嘅喎。仲有個10幾嘅，掉個啲出去先。誒，佢係咪瓜咗啦？
You aren't ready for this, but I am.
走得咁快嚇！哎呀，陰公，爆炸喎！咪住，呢邊有人。個人渣喺呢度啊！ 搞掂。頭先我哋仲有啲嘢睇嘅，順便聽埋佢。
Calling all spacers. You know who you are. Because that's what they call us, isn't it? The ones in charge. The ones who never respected us. The Free Star Collective. The United Colonies.
Adorable.
Even the Crimson Fleet and Ecliptic. They see us as the leftovers. The unaligned space scum running rampant across the settlement. You know what? Maybe they're right.
哇！打極佢都唔死啊，咁硬淨啊
We matter just as much as they do. We deserve just as much as they
有個
do.
人呢度嘅。
A lot of you have been all over. You've seen the empty buildings, labs, factories, whatever. They're out there, lots of them. Abandoned.
哇！
Others, they want them. They're taking them and everything
你
inside.
匿埋去邊啫？
Are
喂，
you gonna let them do that? You gonna let them get away with that?
想走？
I'm not. I want my fair share. And I don't know about you,
哎呀，
but
哇！
I'm
對唔
ready
住，包雷
to
特，你冇
take
事啊嘛？但係好似仲有一個喎，喺隔離房。好，呢度啲人幾好晒，執戰利品。首先個好高 level 嘅，佢得件爛鬼背包，唔執啦，太重啦，因為。
All yours.
利昂啊！
Turrets. Mom, why the hell? This whole thing is a sick joke. Gotta get out. Oh God.
嚇！佢臨死就係留咗啲咁嘅嘢咋？佢會唔會就係俾呢座炮塔？呢座應該係炮塔嚟㗎啦，俾座炮塔肥低咗啊！唔係咁蠢啊嘛？咦，好似執到把正嘢，榴彈炮嚟嘅，物理攻擊好高，不過唔穩定嘅子彈呢，有時係會失效嘅，有雷射瞄具同埋反射瞄具啊。OK， 搜索完畢，你唔好阻住我啦，大佬啊！呢個咩人嚟啊？
Wait, don't shoot! I am unarmed. Look, we can help each other. I can be useful. Just don't kill me.
你派得上用場？太空劫匪嚟嘅喎，應該係問佢咩身份先
Livy, and I mean you, no harm. This place was full of traps. Traps everywhere. I removed them. But this corridor is just too dangerous. See? Looks normal. One step inside, slam! You are trapped. And nobody's been standing after the doors reopen.
咁究竟你係點樣處理啲陷阱嘅咧
No, sorry. If I tell you that, then I lose my leverage. They're ingenious. Took a lot of lives to tease them out.
點解嗰啲人會死但係你冇事啊？等等先，睇一睇我哋頭先攞到嘅資料先。我哋一入嚟嗰時咧，又執到呢個咩黃金礦井嘅記錄嘅。佢就話利維從鋼鐵大夫嘅船員嗰度拉咗幾個志願者上嚟，咁即係話呢個利維唔係咩好人嚟嘅喎。
Wait, don't shoot! I am... Look, we can help each...
通常太空劫匪都唔會投降，我覺得佢一定係有啲乜嘢古怪。
It's because I'm smart. You've killed so many. I am nothing. No chance. So we can make a deal? This place was full of traps. Traps everywhere. I removed them. But this car, one step inside, slam!
呢個你頭先好似有講過。第二個係點解呢？
It's true. So many of my crewmates are gone. And this corridor is the worst. But I figured it out. There are letters on the floor. It is a grid. Those letters must spell something. but there are so many words or small phrases.
咁究竟你試咗幾多個字啊？
5, 6? It's hard to find volunteers. I really thought we had it with M. Mantis. Ah, poor Fred.
哇！你都算衰格，佢自己唔去，佢去揾啲所謂志願者，即係啲代罪羔羊啦，去踩陷阱啊！哇！呢條友，如果我放過佢，佢用乜嘢喺背後開槍對冧我㗎？
Well, nobody else here figured that out. See, I've been helpful. You could let me go. Or better, I can help. I know these traps. I know how this mantis thinks. Please let me help. And just give me a taste of the cachet inside. You can trust me.
Nope. That's not a good idea.
咦，巴雷特呢喂，聽到佢把聲又見唔到佢，我覺得我係唔會信呢條友。
Trust is maybe too strong a word. We need each other, so we use each other. Then, when the arrangement is no good, we decide then?
受死啦你
！No!
搞掂，咦？但佢 level 1嘅啫喎。
Find anything worth selling or using?
哇！啲人應該就係死咗喺呢度㗎啦。有電腦，哎呀，大師我解唔開啊呢個。嗱，俾大家望一望，如果我哋要解開 level 3，就需要再開多6把鎖先得。哎呀，我去邊度揾6把鎖俾我開啊？嗱，咁望一望啦，已經有3個人死咗喺度，一共有1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8，密碼由8個字母組成，全部都太空劫匪嚟嘅喎。哇 ！Mark 6嘅炮塔唔惹得嘅，會死人㗎，真係。
No. Six Semper Tyrannis.
嗱，拉丁語嚟嘅呢個，喂，其實不如你出文字啦。答案應該就係最尾嗰個字 Tyrannis 嗰度，一共8個字母，我覺得就應該冇錯㗎啦。安全起見，喂。
Oh, pardon me.
你喺度等等先。
Okay. Waiting here. Watch yourself.
我驚你唔覺意踩錯咗咧，咁啊麻煩啦。應該係 T， 跟住咧 Y 呢度 R 呢個 A。對齊先，我驚行得太快，一陣踩錯啊，大鑊啦！咦，唔係喎，有嘢執過原來，執埋先。N I S， 耶，搞掂！撳掣，咁應該就呢把鎖應該係可以行到出去嘅，開咗佢先。搞掂。咦，唔係，呢個係執嘢嘅啫喎，原來。武器箱。嚇冇㗎啦，咁就。你收得咁密，我仲以為有啲咩正嘢添。啲武器又渣，要嚟都冇用嘅。好，開門。咦？咪住！喂！有炮塔喺度嘅喂，但係呢個孖3嘅啫。孖3冇問題，搞掂。後面有啲嘢喎。 有隻機械人喎喂！哇！等陣，我想換武器，換啲新嘢，榴彈炮、鼻督炮你，哇過癮啦喂！可唔可以上多佢2粒啊？仲有2個敵人，咦冇嘢跌嘅喂！
The enemy may be attempting to evade my sensors. I am initiating a search pattern.
I am sorry I could never show this lair to you. The lair is a secret that's been passed down for over 100 years. And there are rules. You remember when you were a teenager? All the training, the drills, all of it was to prepare you for this. I know you have it in you, Leon.
唔死？喂，但阿嬸你又話要繼承俾你個仔，哇，好傷喎原來。你繼承俾你個仔，但係你落足陷阱，最後你害死咗佢喎。哦，唔係要呢個，我要呢個。連我哋都有危險喎，衰人。好似就俾我清晒啦。哇！頭先個榴彈炮係真係幾勁下嘅，好似，但係咧搭 lift， 但係咧好似我頭先最尾打嗰隻怪係唔怕啲榴彈佢爆炸咯。哇！用咗勁多發先打死佢。呢度有冇咩特別嘢路啊？好似冇啦。
Leon, you've done it. You're here. The lair now belongs to you. Inside, you will find all you need. My God, boy, I haven't been the best mother in these final days. I wish. Be a better Mantis. Be a better person than I was.
你留個咁嘅言，最後都唔係俾你個仔聽噶啦，佢都死咗啦。佢真係聰明嘅，我覺得。嗱，等我喺度周圍搜索下先嚇。有武器箱。呢度似係居住空間嚟嘅喎。係咯，又有手套，擺到明平時就會喺度生活㗎啦。仲有啲咬嘅三文治添，究竟擺咗幾耐啊？啲防腐劑可以咁襟擺嘅喂。有電腦，焦土警告：請註銷呢部電腦。檢測到3個未關閉嘅文件。呢個係你應得嘅，多利安，你一定以為我黐咗線，而家你明啦嘛？喺所有可以揀嘅人當中，我知道你最適合做祈禱者呢個角色。你可以喺電腦裏面揾到祈禱者嘅歷史。今日嘅祈禱者喺歷史長河中並非如此。喺到咗第一位祈禱者嘅日子嗰時，請唔好太苛刻咁評價佢。當時係個動盪嘅時代，喺佢將衣缽傳俾下一任之前，佢意識到祈禱者唔只係一個賺錢嘅機會，仲可以成為一種象徵，讓定居星系群更加安全，讓嗰啲自以為凌駕於法律之上，而且不受指責嘅人感到心驚膽戰。但係更加重要嘅係保守秘密。而家我要金盆洗手啦，唔好聯絡我，你揾我唔到啊！我將你需要嘅嘢都留喺度啦。手殺，以前都咁樣被逼殺人，但係我今次係第一次以祈禱者嘅身份咁做，感覺好唔同啊！感到害怕，更害怕嘅係令大家失望，而唔係害怕戰鬥本身。祈禱者嘅飛船剃刀葉號一度比其他所有飛船都要高出數光年，佢仍然飛得好好。但係顯然裏面幾乎所有零件都要升級，不過船體先係最重要啊！佢係一個象徵，但係最終我戰勝咗瑞德啦。我諗阿基拉城嘅街道上面肯定會舉辦慶祝活動，真係人渣。不過我一直覺得追蹤者嘅活應該係工作咁解係嘛？ 從本質上就係為錢殺人。我唔知道點解前祈禱者會揀我，但係幾乎所有祈禱者都會咁講。關於利昂，一直以嚟我都喺度重複住生存戰鬥，繼續前進嘅循環。不過我都係忘記唔到嗰句多尼，你仲有1年可活。佢喺我腦中一片又一片咁重複。我忘記唔到嗰間辦公室嘅味道，我忘記唔到個醫生悲哀但係又無神嘅雙眼。當時嘅細節總會喺最不經意嘅時候向我襲來，都讓我睇清楚生命值中孰輕孰重。而當下最重要嘅就係揀啱繼承人。我知道佢係正確嘅人選，我辜負咗佢太多。呢份職責似乎令我忙得不可開交。如果一定要講真話，我對佢嘅教育仲不如保姆同埋寄宿學校嚟得多。等我到達星系，第一件事就係同律師傾下，有好多計劃需要啟動。我感覺今日嘅狀態唔錯，感覺自己毫無問題。但我走到嗰度，都好似置身一片濃霧咁啊！可惜啊，佢揀錯人。阿里昂最終其實可唔可以打爛佢？哎呀，唔得噶！阿里昂最終都嚟唔到呢度，佢喺出邊死咗。結果承繼人就係我哋啦。追蹤者太空服，哇咁鬼重嘅喂，執咗先，趁而家身上面仲有位啊！呢件咩嚟？人體模型，哇，全部都係傳奇噶喂。首先太空衣有自動治療喎，跟住個頭盔咧有變色龍，加10% 對掃描目標嘅傷害。移動開火精準度加20%，背包減少25% 嘅氧氣消耗，加輻射抗性，哇！全部都好嘢嚟㗎喎。但係攞晒佢之後咧，負重就過高啦。科研箱有個背包，但係唔夠頭先嗰啲正喎，同埋好多嘢執。阿基拉城嘅原始憲章點解呢度會有嘅？喂，可唔可以睇㗎？呢個雖然人類捨棄咗地球，但喺任意政府同公民之間都有古老嘅契約，所有人都享有不可剝奪嘅權利，而且不得侵犯。政府唔應該干涉純粹嘅私人事務。殖民地喺如何治理內務同埋管理星際關係方面擁有全面自主權，喺必要時，所有人都有義務捍衛政府。如果集體福利受到威脅，更應該奉上血汗。阿基拉城原版憲章開頭，憲章中列出公民嘅權利同埋責任，以及政府可行使嘅權力。呢個或者係阿基拉城歷史上最重要嘅文件之一。因為咁，如果我哋去到阿基拉城之後，其實會唔會有啲勢力係改變咗個憲法？又唔想俾人知呢？咁我哋有呢一份嘢冇危險。喺隻祈禱者星艦前面呢，我又見到有部安保電腦，望一望啊。安保記錄啟動過唔知咩焦土嘅嘢，咦頭先有見過嘅喎。跟住呢歸檔咗嘅，應該就係上一代嘅祈禱者，佢最後係 lock out 咗啊。被刪除嘅記錄咧，焦土進程中斷，冇乜特別啫。哇，好似好靚咁啊！喂，係咪正過我哋嗰隻啊？有冇影相啊？我想問。哇，就咁樣啦！哇，超靚，我覺得可以喺度 cap 圖啊。跟住咧，再俾大家望一望隻飛船。哇，咁就可以望到啦，超型咯，好冇？仲望落去好似有好多武裝添，上面黃色嗰嚿應該係武裝嚟嘅，跟住好大個線圈嗰個懷疑係防護網咯，會唔會啊？哇，勁開心！喂，落去啦，去奪取呢隻戰艦。呢佢上緊去，我記得頭先咧後面見到有 lift 㗎，搭 lift 翻去。耶！見到我哋嘅戰艦啦！咦，信用幣2200增加，點解我完成任務會喺呢個位置俾信用幣俾我嘅？喂， 好，我哋喺船尾上去。佢呢度有啲咩設施咧？導航控制台啦，哇靚好多喎，但係咧好阻埞啊！你擺呢個位，跟住咧有啲咩正嘢？呢支係讀數嘅手槍嚟嘅喎，但我應該用唔着佢住，留翻先，唔執住。醫療包，台上面咧有一堆唔等使嘅嘢咯，有嘢食。哇！有千零蚊擺喺度添啊，開心啊！開埋駕駛艙睇睇。艦長嘅儲物櫃，個容量都係得40啫。咁個貨倉，貨倉喺呢度。容量係420，喂，其實唔係好多啫喎。我有冇計可以加大個貨倉啊？照坐上嚟先。哇，好似好高科技嘅感覺啊！但係我有其他材料喺另一隻飛船度喎。照起飛先，唔好諗咁多。而家有新嘅飛船，原先嘅主飛船咧就傳入咗艦隊。如果想取出嘅話咧，就要去任意嘅大城市，揾個飛船服務技術員先至得。但係咁就有個問題啦，我喺貨倉裏面啲嘢，佢會唔會幫我轉嘅咧？
Achieving orbit now.
咁同埋咧，我哋嘅引擎出力非常之高，有18格，護盾多咗1格。
Do you have a minute? I'm a scientist. I could use some help with my research.
點解會有個博士嚟揾我哋
？Hello there. Thank you for responding to my hail. It's been a long time since I had company. I'm Dr. Sola Banglawala from MAST in New Atlantis. I'm performing a geological survey of the settled systems as part of a field research initiative. I flagged you down to see if you might have any rare geological samples to contribute.
吓？你問我攞 sample， 同埋你頭先話已經好耐冇見到人，你喺度幾耐啊
？Yes, I am. I've been out here for weeks without anyone to talk to. Most of the pilots I've tried hailing have either shot at me or flown off. My food and water supplies are fine, but I didn't bring nearly enough books to keep myself busy. You can only read Pride and Prejudice so many times. After my third time through it, I started using the pages to teach myself origami.
黐線！咁嘅話，我哋問一問呢個三頭同盟嘅第7部門先。
A tragically understaffed one, yes. But this geological survey could earn us a big grant from the UC government, assuming I manage to finish it. A tiny staff means a tiny budget, so the only ship the Institute could afford to send me out in was this bottom-of-the-line junker. It's been slow going at best. That's why I've started hailing pilots like you for assistance.
你真係好彩啊！其實我哋係咪真可以賣石頭俾佢嘅咧
I can't thank you enough. I'm in the market for lithium, platinum, and vanadium right now. I'm not asking for much. I know they're hard to come by.
你我應該有嘅喎。
I understand.
但係唔喺我手上
Thanks for
面。
stopping anyway. I'm going to try my luck in another system. You might want to back up a bit. This old junker's grav drive is a little on the fritz. Fly safe.
我諗如果我哋咁啱身上面有嘢嘅話咧，
Sorry, this is taking longer than usual.
咦，你仲未走㗎？
So, do you have any hobbies?
我懷疑佢根本就冇撳掣喺度揾人拗水吹咯。既然佢咁悶，陪下佢啦。
Does your list include towing research vessels to Jemison through deep space? If my grav drive doesn't start up soon, it might have to. Personally, I have quite a rock collection. I used to spend my weekends gathering samples on Jemison. Maybe I shouldn't have let that slip at the office, huh? That's probably why they sent me on this job instead of some poor grad student.
其實佢唔係唔想走，
hear the one about the geologist and the music shop? It's a good one. A geologist walks into a music store and asks the cashier, "Got any rock?" The guy looks him up and down and says,
唔係喎，佢冇壞喎，佢走咗啊！哎呀，好黐線啊！我覺得真係。翻去我哋嘅大本營嗰邊先。嗱，翻到城就可以睇到我哋兩隻飛船有咩分別㗎啦。首先咧，我哋梗係要望下右手邊，紅色呢啲位就係原本隻飛船對比新飛船低咗幾多嘅嘢。哇，個引擎出力大好多啊！你睇下連下面個總出力都係小4格㗎咯。嗱，我哋咧就可以俾錢去買貨倉，但係有啲咧要升艦設計先至可以買㗎喎。如果我想買呢個卡拉維爾貨倉咧，就要學1級嘅升艦設計。哇！但係如果要學升艦設計咧，係要喺技術呢度再學多6點技能先至可以學到㗎咯，搞錯啊！嗱，好啦，搞咗一輪啦，因為其實咧隻船艦都唔可以隨意咁去咁簡單砌得到出嚟嘅。我係中間加咗一個船體，墊高咗佢。咁先至可以加到2個貨倉，因為我冇理由等佢執埋一邊噶嘛，所以平衡翻，咁就2個。而家貨物咧可以塞到1060，咁其實裡面係可以擺到好多嘢嘅，咁都係使咗4000幾蚊 ，OK 啦。我俾大家望一望先，哇，勁正啊！而家可以擺勁多垃圾喺裡面啦。嗱，好啦，今集我哋暫時就玩到嚟呢度先，有隻新戰艦，有啲新嘅裝備。咁我哋下集再繼續主線啦。中意嘅朋友記住 like 同埋 share 俾朋友一齊睇啦。多謝各位收睇 ，thank you，拜拜。